Yes. What's your opinions on straight men hosting LGBT events? Would you want one to host one of your events?
I personally, so for me,
Yeah.
for a straight man to host my event, it has to be somebody that's an ally.
Okay,
And
okay.
actively an ally, have made it clear they're an ally, those types of things.
Right.
Yeah.
You said actively,
For sure.
actively an ally. What does that look like to you?
Meaning, the things that we have going on. I mean, fortunately, times have changed, so we do have straight men and women that do speak up for us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Their actions, etc. You don't see them disrespecting us. I feel like that's actively an ally. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, our support is not present. I mean, it's not as noticeable, it's not there, but the fact that you're not bashing us, you know what I mean? And the fact that you're showing up, that shows that you are an ally.
When a space is built for the marginalized to feel safe, why does its VIP access still seem to require a specific shade of skin or basically proximity? The spectacle of Daniel Joel Smith Jr. hosting an LGBTQ plus event in Atlanta is not merely a celebrity appearance, it is a profound intersection of colorism, capital, and the queer gaze. When Julez, a straight, lighter-skinned young man of high-profile lineage, stepped into the neon glow of Opium nightclub on March 13, 2026, he didn't just walk into a party, he walked into a socio-political minefield rooted in the history of the American South and the brutal superficiality of modern queer culture. In the context of Atlanta, also known as the Black Gay Mecca, the controversy is anchored in a documented sociological reality. Julez identifies as multi-generational mixed, a term describing individuals whose mixed heritage spans several generations. In the South, this identity has historically carried immense phenotypic capital. As academic discourse confirms, within a pigmentocratic society, colorism, prejudice, and discrimination against dark-skinned individuals are found to be at their peak. Thus, Julez is centered as an MGM identifying male as basically the main attraction. By centering it as the quote-unquote main attraction, promoters reinforce this pigmentocracy, the idea that Black beauty is only elevated or palatable when it drifts towards the center of whiteness. Julez's proximity to Beyonce, his aunt, and Solange, his mother, places him in a position where he is viewed as a beneficiary of their deep-rooted relationship within the quote-unquote rainbow community. Beyonce dedicated her Renaissance era to her late Uncle Johnny, moving the queer narrative from the sidelines to the center of the Knowles family legacy. And I believe that people probably expected more respect from Julez because of this. Nonetheless, Solange, his mother, has created safe spaces for Black expression, collaborating with queer artists to challenge rigid masculinity. Julez is spending the cultural capital his family earned without doing the labor. While his aunt has reached a level of legendary status where she can opt out of interviews and maintain a level of mystique, she built herself up to that vantage point over decades of engagement. As the internet aunties like to say, remind Joel, boy, your mama is Solange. And there is an expectation of artistic courtesy and communal respect that comes with that name, a legacy of being a vessel for the community, not just a visitor. The weight of holding a queer event in Atlanta cannot be understood without acknowledging its historical trauma and the resilience of its founders. According to the Atlanta LGBTQ+ Historic Context Statement, prior to the mid-20th century, LGBTQ+ people in Atlanta socialized with others who shared their gender and sexual non-conformity by gathering in private homes or creating their own spaces within public heterosexual cisgender places. As the mid-20th century progressed, Southern Spaces notes that public discourse often cast same-sex identities in terms of sickness and criminality, with 1960s journalism eventually shifting to highlight the alienation and loneliness of gay life. Today, we have moved from criminalization to commodification. However, by booking a straight MGM male to lead a queer space, promoters participate in what Janae Till calls the minimization of homophobia. They treat queer identity as something that can be seamlessly fronted by a heterosexist structure, the Nepo celebrity, as long as the aesthetic is pleasing, ignoring the long history of those who had to hide in private homes just to exist. The irony of Julez's safe entry into this space is sharpened when contrasted with the reality of those who actually belong to it. According to Terrell L. Strayhorn, and Derek L. Tillman Kelly. Furthermore, we know that recognizing and publicly acknowledging one's own sexual orientation can be seriously traumatizing, especially for some gay men of color who often find themselves rejected or marginalized by members of their own race. Julez occupies a space where he is celebrated by the very demographic Black men that many Black queer men are rejected by. His MGM status and straight identity allows him to bypass the trauma of rejection. He is accepted by the race and the community, simultaneously a privilege denied to a darker-skinned gay man who often experiences a conflict between identities. So now I'm going to play some public opinion, and then I'm going to lead to my conclusion.
So exactly why are the homosexual Black men of Atlanta upset with Jules Smith? Because I'm really having a hard time understanding as to what the beef is. To me, it seems like y'all, I don't know, maybe thought y'all had a chance with him, or y'all thought for whatever reason he was gay, and then he let y'all know that he's straight, and now y'all mad that promoters decided to book this straight man at a gay club. Like, I don't know. First off, why you thought he was gay? That's genuinely what I want to know. Now I can understand, because you know his homeboy who be wearing the skirts and the dresses and the heels and whatnot. That's kind of, is he gay? Now I can understand that, but what about Jules made y'all think he was gay? And where did he say he was an ally? Did I miss that too? I'm lost upon that as well. Now the gays that can be upset is the gays behind Gay Magazine, because apparently before his appearance, he agreed to do an interview with them, and then when it came down to actually doing the interview, he was like, nah, he backed out. So I understand them being upset, but you girls who gave y'all money to go see him, I don't know why y'all mad. Also, I did see some screenshots where he was basically saying, he was just, which he's not wrong, he was just going there for the check. And he basically said, don't be mad if he pulled up with 20 females. Like, again, y'all gave y'all money and y'all thought, I don't know what y'all thought for real, y'all. It probably was a situation where, y'all seen a light skin and y'all was like, ooh, I need to see him. And I don't know. I'm sure these banks gonna be seeing a whole lot of disputed charges, though. Apparently, y'all be doing that anyway, though. So this ain't got nothing to do with that. But yeah, I guess.
Jules Smith, bro, why even do the gay bookings, my nigga, if he wasn't able, or wasn't willing rather, to talk to the gay media outlets? That's why we gotta be careful inviting people into certain spaces, you feel me? Because he literally, and I saw this coming, but he literally just used the community to make some money and did. And he said it on social media himself, you feel me? He said the moment they realize it's nothing but some money being made here or some shit like that. Are we that weak-minded to think that doing an interview with a gay media outlet is gonna make you gay? And who's your PR rep? Because if you was really about making money, they would have told you, you definitely want to engage, you feel me? You want to take a page out of Tank's book, you feel me? Tank don't discriminate. Tank will take his shirt off and perform for whoever, you feel me? He's created a relationship with the community to where he will be invited back. I don't know why y'all thought because his aunt is an ally, he would be too. Like, bro, you walk runway. Relax. You could have did an interview or two. You a whole runway model, bro. You don't get to act macho. Sitting in the gay club. Fuck out of here. But yeah, it was just bad for business, you feel me? It was really bad for business to be caught on camera denying an interview with a gay outlet at a gay club. Make it make sense, my nigga. Make it make sense.
Jules said, I don't fuck with y'all. The gays? No. The coin? Yes. Child, Jules got to that club and said, I'm putting my hoodie on and I'm not saying shit to nobody. I don't want to do no interview. I don't want to hug nobody. Ain't nobody taking no pictures. I want to get paid. I'm not here for the gays. And no shade. I understand. But also on a serious note, the promoters, y'all got to do better. Like, there are a lot of gay socialites, gay influencers, gay artists. There are a lot of us out here that want to show up to the club and get paid. It is very clear that the only thing that was on Jules' mind last night was getting that coin and going home. And that's why I didn't go, because if he was not bringing his aunt with him, there is no need for me to go see him. Shit, he could have brought Mama Tina and I would have been there. But just for Jules himself.
Dear Opium and ATL, who told y'all to book that nigga? Yeah, I like Beyonce, but not her nephew or cousins or whatever. I'm not even going to phone with you. I don't even know whose son that is for real. But y'all need to stop booking these Z-list straight celebrities. Y'all be allowing these nobodies to come in our space and then y'all pay them just for them to 2 seconds later go and diss us. You literally got the whole community looking stupid. When really it's not the whole community. It's just really the black gays you got looking stupid, like ones look like me. Stop trying to fit in where you don't fit in. Stop trying to beg for attention from people that just don't see it for you. Put that money into your own community. You're chasing people that are on shows and got popularity when you got the money to start your own shows and get the popularity. Y'all getting me mad. Who's the nigga that run that shit over there? Let me be y'all booking manager. Let me show y'all how to do this for real.
You would think between Beyonce, Mama Tina, Uncle Johnny, and as many gay people as your family employs and keeps around them, that you would be far more comfortable in the situation. Which again, when you doing all like this, I'm not gay. Showing up with 20 women at a gay function, like, I'm just trying to understand the logic and the math. Like, who was that? Who were you signaling to? Was that for your homeboys? Who was that for? Was that for your homeboys? Was that for girls out there on the internet? Was that for your own ego? Who was that for? I'm not gay. I got 20 women. I'm gonna come in here and get the gay club money, but I'm not gay. Then stay out the space. Promoters, moving forward, y'all need to ask these people, are you comfortable engaging with fans? Are you comfortable taking pictures? While we booked you for 2 hours, contractually, we need you to smile and look like you want to be here. Contractually, we need you to stand up and drink a cocktail and dance to at least 3 songs.
So Julez showed up to his hosting at the gay club in Atlanta, 20 bitches deep, sat down the entire time, never interacted with the audience, never got on the mic, and declined interviews. And the girlies are upset. The girlies are upset that the freshly 21-year-old straight man from Houston that they booked to come into a gay club did not come into said club and appease the desires that they have for him and fulfill whatever fantasy they had of their mind of him being gay. The girlies are surprised. Well, I'm here to tell you that I'm not. Julez did exactly what straight men have been doing since the beginning of fucking time to the gay community. And I, for one, am not mad at him. Blue Ivy taught him well. Get to the bag. For one, it never made sense for Julez to even be booked at a gay club. I don't even give a fuck if Julez signed that contract and said, I promise to FaceTime that cowgirl when I got to the club. There was still no reason for him to ever be booked at a goddamn gay club in the first place. Thinking that Julez was going to come into that club and show love to the gay community when he has never fucking done it publicly before is crazy. I don't know what the fuck people were expecting to happen. Were you expecting that boy to get on the mic and come out of the closet? Y'all are always reaching out and expecting people to be allies of the fucking community when you don't even support the people that are inside the fucking community. Like, y'all let y'all desires and thirst for a 21-year-old boy trick you out of a fucking bag. I don't feel sorry for nobody. You better dispute the charge.
If you're an LGBTQ promoter, booker, club owner, party promoter, party thrower, whatever the case may be, this is for you. Wake up, wake up. We need to have a meeting, because why do y'all keep booking non-LGBTQIA plus talent for queer events and queer spaces? Stop booking them. Now, if they're true allies, and I do mean true allies, meaning that they're out in the trenches with us, not just when they get a payday, but they post stuff because they want to, then you can book them. But there's so many of us talented LGBTQIA plus comedians, artists, TikTokers, Instagram, socialites, that you don't need to keep booking these outsiders in hopes of straight appeasement. And I know a lot of y'all do it because y'all feel like, oh my God, they're finally accepting us. Oh my God, they're finally accepting us. We make up 20% of the population. 20 to 40% of the population is LGBTQIA plus, which means we don't need them. Stop booking them. Stop dancing to their music. Stop celebrating them. Promote your own. Promote your own. There's no reason why Destin Conrad, Duran Bernard, and, K1, Kaylani, and all them aren't at every event. There's so many of them. You can book so many of them, plus the up-and-coming people as well, to host the events, and they'll still be just as lit. Why don't we celebrate our own? Is it because we think that they're too easily accessible, or because you are constantly chasing validation from the straight?
As noted in critiques on platforms like Medium, the gay community is extremely superficial. Gay men hold one thing above all else, and that's appearance. Julez, bolstered by his status as a Nepo baby and professional model, was granted VIP access because he fits a preferred look, favored by both fashion and nightlife industries. By prioritizing this aesthetic, the community uncritically internalizes ideologies that reward proximity to whiteness or ambiguity. As the rapper Country Black famously put it, ain't nothing going on but the money and the power. In this transaction, Julez's look was the money and his name was the power. Sociologist William Duvall argued that gay culture is leisure culture. Gay culture and life are often seen as voluntary, discretionary, after-work activities. For the Atlanta audience, this event was a monument of avocational identity building. When a community invests its discretionary life into a space only to have a straight model center himself within it while using a shield of 20 women to maintain a performative boundary, the identity building becomes a transaction of erasure.
What's the hardest part about me and you?
Misconceptions.
What are the
People think
misconceptions?
I'm gay. You know that?
I am gay.
Really, like,
I do.
like, you wanna know something that's so crazy?
What's crazy?
You know, like, in the start of my life, I used to, like...
This is nuts to be heard.
Nah, for sure. Look, you know, like, the first time I ever heard myself in the media was, I was in 7th grade, and my mom had posted this picture of me. I was dressed as LL Cool J. I had, like, this red
Halloween?
jumpsuit, yes. I'm 13 at the time. Mind you, I had a girlfriend at the time. I went to school and my girlfriend showed me a picture that my mom posted. It was on some media shit. And these grown-ass adults was calling me gay at 13 because they were saying I'm pretty. I'm a pretty boy. And
you got colored eyes
so look,
and shit.
so this is how I kind of think of it. I started modeling and I went from bashing women to automatically now I'm gay. And
You'll
then,
never win.
And then look, listen, I just declined the interview at the spot and now I'm homophobic. So I went from bashing women to now I'm gay to now I hate gay people. So it's kind of, you know, just let them say what they want to say.
They're going to say whatever, and they're always going to have something to say.
Every man has the right to establish personal boundaries, but Julez's execution in Atlanta left onlookers questioning his intent. While he has every right to protect his privacy, much like Beyonce, the courtesy of the host was absent. If he agreed to a booking and an interview, standing on his word would have been professional. He could have easily discussed his own journey or his love for Atlanta while keeping his family life off limits. Instead, his tweet about bringing a plethora of women felt like a defensive guard. It signaled he was there for a check, but not a connection. Using women as a buffer against gay men in a gay space isn't a boundary, it's an insult to the room. The Julez Smith controversy exposes a painful paradox. The LGBTQ+ community often lusts after the very hierarchies that oppress it. By prioritizing appearance and nepo proximity above all else, the community becomes complicit in its own marginalization. Julez in Atlanta proved that a specific shade of skin and a famous last name can buy entry into a struggle you have never had to endure, while a guardrail of 20 women ensures you never have to truly stay. For Julez, the path forward requires realizing that while your mama is Solange and your auntie is Beyonce, your line must be built on the respect you give to the rooms you enter. So that's all pretty much I have to say about this. Do you feel like it was necessary for him to show up? Have you been a straight person to enter a gay club, or do you feel like that should just be their safe space? And if not, how do you navigate those spaces as a straight person when you enter a gay club as a guest? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know down below. And thank you so much for listening to Books and Looks TV. I'll see y'all next time.